Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama and today I am bringing you a TvP defending against the 1-base Immortal Sentry all-in with the 1-1 upgrade, something to definitely note. And I want to show you this right here. I bet you're wondering why I am starting off in this sort of crazy position. But I can give you a reason. The reason is because this actually does not hold against this all-in right here. So I'm trying to show you just how difficult this all-in can be to hold and just really the strength of it and stuff. So this is my first attempt at holding it, and I was like, oh yeah, 5 bunkers is going to crush this build, and it's not even really close. As you can see, he pretty much just pushes through. So I just wanted to show you that really quickly so then we can move right on into the next game right here. That is it. And in this game I'm going to be showcasing how I do defend it and kind of the measures that you have to take to defend against this build. So as I said, my name is Mr. Llama. This is PVT. It's going to be on Antigua Shipyard, as you can see. And we will go ahead and get it to my vision right here. It's winning in 40 APM or less. I'm not sure if I announced that or not. And like I said, I'm still deciding on the name change. I'm kind of stuck between winning with ease and winning with 40 DPM or less, aka decisions per minute. So any feedback on which name you like better, or if you simply like the winning in 40 APM or less, as you can see I did misrally the SCV really quickly, but I got him back to minerals. But yeah, if you do like the winning in 40 APM or less name, let me know. Some people really have an issue when it goes over 40 APM. And by really have an issue, I mean they're just like, well, the whole series is ruined because you had 50 APM. And I'm like, I mean, you know, hopefully you're getting more out of it than simply the 10 APM difference. You know, if that's really the killer, then, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of rough for me. So, as you saw in the last game, I'm kind of going to talk about the build that he does. He goes for a 1-base Immortal Sentry all-in, as you saw right there, and it is extremely strong. Those Immortals do so much damage. Kind of how I do go for the defense of it is I get my bunkers and I try and focus fire down the Immortals with the front bunkers, at least, the ones that can reach it. And then he just micros those back and forth, of course. So it's, you know, it's like the best you can do is just try and focus fire the Immortals because those are doing the killer damage. You can repair when you got those sentries and some zealots hitting them, but when you have the Immortals, just 4 or 5 Immortals pounding away, it's just a couple shots and each bunker drops to the ground. So definitely you want to focus fire those down, get those down. Stim with the units that you have outside the bunkers. If you have extra APM, I'd suggest stimming with the units that are going to go into the bunkers, so you could even like unload them, and as he's pushing up, stim and load really quickly, so then they're stimmed inside the bunkers. That could be something that would be of help. Yeah, so basically it's just preparing for this build, kind of recognizing it, recognizing the Immortals, and just getting ready for defense. And as you'll see in this game, I definitely am going to prepare for this. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little 1x expand, and because it's a 4-player map, I like to keep them guessing, so I'm going to drop my expansion up here, which you shall see right now, so that he cannot actually scout this. So when he does poke up here, he will be unable to see that I've taken expansion. He won't know if I have a gas over here. I could be going for anything really at this point, except the double gas if he does scout even with that probe and sees that. But I think he actually doesn't even send out the scout in time in this game, or he sends it to one place and realizes he's not going to get there in time, so he doesn't even get there. But just trying to play some mind games anyways. So in this game right here, I scout up, I see double gas. Now this says a couple of things to me. This says he could be going for some sort of Void Ray all-in. He could be going for some sort of possible Warp Prism all-in. He could be going for an Immortal Sentry all-in, or some sort of Immortal Gate all-in like that. Or he could be going for a Blink Stalker all-in. I mean, of course, he could also just be doing like a 2-gate expand or something like that with like sentries. But I'm talking about the all-in. Since I've already taken my expansion here, I'm already going to be ahead economically in this sense. So now and there, he's going to finally push up with this probe and not going to do anything. But yeah, so now I'm going to be kind of um, you know, wary of any all-ins that would be possibly coming at me simply because I'm ahead economically. So at this point, it's like if everything goes cool from this point out, if he does take a 2 gate expand, I've got my expand earlier than him, so I'm ahead. And if he does go for an all-in, then I'll be ahead economically, of course, but I want to make sure I can defend that. So I always get this double tech lab when I see the 2 gas, simply because it's great for getting the double upgrades. So I can get that stim upgrade, and then I can get that combat shield upgrade fairly shortly after. And that's just really strong, simply to deal with Blink Stalker all-ins, which, as I showed in another video, I did have that, and there I go, I do start the upgrades. As well as it's really strong for defending against, and here I do scout the SCV. It's defending against the Immortal Sentry all-in as well. So here I did scout, and I see the Immortal, I see sentries being warped, and I see this Forge right here. So this right here is a big indicator that he's going to be going for some sort of strong push off of this, because he's trying to get out that +1 really quickly to either go hit with an earlier force, in which case I'm going to be adding more bunkers, as you can see. I know he's on one base with this SCV. This SCV won't always get there, so if he doesn't, I'd recommend scanning like right here so you can just catch the edge, see if he has a Nexus going up. And then as well, you can see into his base and possibly see the Robo. You could see his unit composition. If you see Sentries or Immortals, then you know he has that robotics facility. And so now I am just continuing to throw down bunkers right here, simply because like I said, in the last game, the 5 bunkers, and you watched it, got crushed. So now I'm kind of doing a thing where it's like, for each additional minute that this is going on, I'm going to be wanting to add another bunker. Basically, you want to have like more bunkers than Immortals. You want to have, so if he has 5 Immortals, I want to have 6 to 7 bunkers. That's kind of what I'm playing it at. So it's like a bunker every 45 seconds, something like that, from this point out. So right now, if he's adding another Immortal, I'll be adding another bunker. Just kind of, that's how I'm really dealing with this, and that's how you really need to deal with it. As you can see, I'm also teching up to my starport right here to get out some medevacs. My stim research has almost finished, and I'm just continuing to play off of these 3 barracks right here, and once again continuing to add bunkers, and of course SCVs. As you look in the harvester count, I'm up 36 to 25. So I definitely am in the lead as long as I can hold this, right? So even if he comes in and backs off and then decides to expand, that puts me in such a great position, simply because I'll have my medevac tech at that point. As you can see, I'll have I can salvage these bunkers. That's the big thing you have to remember. If he doesn't push in, you can salvage 4, 5, 6 of these bunkers right there and get a ton of money back, which then I could drop into additional barracks and then just move into the later game really ahead. So here I just continue to bunker up, and I'm at 7 bunkers right now. I'm using my factory to float and kind of see what exactly he has going on out there. I see the sentries, I see his Immortals, I see only 3 Immortals right here, but I think a 4th one's probably back there, maybe a 5th, and he actually attacks his own Immortal, sadly. So I think he's going to wait to regen those shields up, get another Immortal in here, but that shouldn't be too much of a factor. It's just a little bit of hull damage right there. So medevacs are out now, and as you can see, I have a ton of bunkers. I am completely ready. And I have some SCVs pooled as well, because I still know he doesn't have an expansion. So here he's going to start pushing up. I'm going to grab my bunkers, and I'm going to start focus firing at these Immortals. As you can see, I'm trying to whittle away at the Immortals the best that I can. I'm going to grab my units here and stim them, try and focus down the Immortal. He's going to micro back, as he should, but with this many bunkers and the repairs going down, it's really just going to be tough for him to really break in, because I have so many units, so many bunkers. He would have broken down my original bunker force and been able to probably push in, as in that last game, but with those 3 additional bunkers, he really isn't able to do much. Now I can kind of stim out, continue to do more. I've got medevacs over top, and he's basically down to nothing, so I'm just going to do a little bit of stutter step micro here to just go after his Immortals and just kind of focus down the rest of his army right there, and it's really going to be a simple win. But the thing is, you have to make sure you prepare for it. I was down to 1 bunker left there at the end when he made that push in, and that's when I started with 7 bunkers. And as you saw in the game before, I only had 5 bunkers, so it is not something to take lightly. That is an extremely strong all-in for the Protoss. and to defend it, you really need to prepare. But I mean, look at the harvest count, 48 to 24. Why wouldn't you throw down 7 bunkers? Is my question. Why wouldn't you throw down 10 bunkers? I mean, you could throw down bunkers here, and then you could throw down 3 more in your main if you felt unsafe somewhere up in your main. You could do whatever you wanted at this point because you're so far ahead. All you have to do is hold it, and I think that's something that a lot of players do not do. Is they just don't really understand, hey, he doesn't have an expansion. He's only going to be on 24 workers. I'm on 48. I just need to hold this and I win. He's going to GG out as soon as he loses this. If not, I can just mass up whatever and go kill him because he has absolutely nothing left, even if you look at the supplies right there. So that's going to be it for this game. My name is Mr. Llama. Hopefully you guys learned something, and I will see you guys in the next video.